Okay, now all we have to do is check if there's a winner each time somebody takes a turn. I also want to remove these squiggly lines. So if you click this, it might give you a suggestion. It says you can replace this if else block with something called a ternary operation. It makes it more efficient. A single line that does what we used to have 4 lines for. Nice. All right, now let's check if there's a winner. So right after somebody takes their turn, we'll just do the check winner function. That doesn't exist yet, but we're about to write it. And when we write it, let's make it return a value back to us. It's going to either return an X if X wins, an O if O wins, or a space if nobody wins yet. So we can just maybe say winner equals and then check what the value of winner is. We can say if the value of winner does not equal a space, that means that either X or O just won. So maybe we can print the grid real quick. And we can say print winner wins, and then break out of this while loop so that it finishes the game. Okay, let's write the check winner function. You can put it up here by the print grid function. So def check winner. Now there are 8 ways you can win tic-tac-toe. If you have 3 in a row in the first column, the second column, the third column, if you have 3 in a row in the first row, the second row, the third row, or if you have 3 in a row in a diagonal, and there's 2 diagonals, right? So let's just write out all those possibilities so we don't forget any of them. All right, and let's just do this first one here. So to check if there's a winner in the top row, all we have to do is see if that is equal to that, and if that is also equal to that. And make sure that it's not the empty space, right? So let's just do that. We can say if grid at spot 0, 0, that guy, is equal to grid at spot 0, 1, that guy, and grid at spot 0, 0 is equal to grid at spot 0, 2. So that guy right there. We know that we've found a sequence of 3 of the same thing. We just got to double check that it's not an empty space. So we can say if grid at spot 0, 0, because we just can choose any one of these in this sequence at this point. If it's not equal to a space, we found ourselves a winner. So we can return one of those things in that sequence. We know they're all the same, so it doesn't matter which one. All right. And then if we make it all the way through all these conditions, we haven't written them yet, but if it makes it all the way through without returning a winner, then we return a blank space. And that means nobody's won yet. Okay. Oh, and there is an error I found. We were looking at the wrong range here. So row choice has had 1 subtracted from it. So it should no longer be checking if it's greater than 3. It should be checking if it's greater than 2. And it shouldn't be checking if it's less than 1. It should be checking if it's less than 0. Same thing here. This should be a 2. This should be a 0. Okay. So now the out of bounds checking should actually work from the previous video tutorial. All right. Let's test this and see if we can win on the top row. Let me run that really quickly. Let's say row 1, column 1, and now it's O's turn. Let's do 2, 2, and then X again. Let's do row 1, column 2, and then let's do for O, let's do 2, 3, and then for X, he's going to win right now. Let's say row 1, column 3. There we go. So X is the winner. So we know that it's checking the top row to see if there's a winner there. Now we just have to make it work with checking the middle row, the bottom row, the left column, middle column, and all these other things, right? So if you need help with that, just let me know in class. I'm happy to look at your code and try to fix whatever problems you have.